Hello, friends. I hope you all are well. And yeah, it's just today has been a very slow day for me. Very, very slow, very calm and cool. And the so called viral flu has hit us again. So my daughter is unwell since last night. So that's been really sad. But other than that, as I promised that I'll be back today. So yeah, today is our day 4. Woohoo! And today we will talk about let's talk about how can we have everything and anything that we really desire for. And trust me, my friends, you can have, we can have anything that we really want to have in our life. So, what's the recipe to have that? All right, let's talk about that. So, in today's talk, I will share some of the things that I have used personally in my life to manifest or to achieve or to attain whatever I want in my life. So, I'll be I'll be sharing all of that with you all today. So let's see who all are there. Let's see. All right. So let's see how people can come. So a very very warm welcome to you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And this is something really interesting that when we think about something to have in our life, what we really do is we just keep thinking about things, or maybe we keep just we have some of the other dreams in life that I want to have this, I want to have that, or maybe I want to have this sort of house, that sort of money in my account, this sort of job, or this sort of business, or whatever it is we desire for things, right? Now, things, as I said in my previous talks as well, things, so dreams without deadlines will always remain, they will always remain dreams. So if you really want to make them as your real life experience, what you really need to do is to convert them in goals, right? So the number one thing in achieving anything that you really want is to have clarity, is to have clear and specific, clear goals, right? So clarity about what you really want to have in life. So the number one thing in order for you to move forward in life is to have clarity about what you really want. So the question that you need to ask yourself is, what do I really want? And then the answers that you'll have is basically will take you more closer to what you really want in life. So clarity is the number one thing that you need in order to achieve anything and everything that you really want. Okay. Moving on. What happens after that? Once you have clarity, what happens next? So, look, the knowledge that you have for things is not power. So knowledge is not power, it's a myth. People who say that knowledge is power, it's a myth. That's not true. Applied knowledge is power. So when you apply your knowledge in the area of your expertise, that's what is power. So applied knowledge is power. Simple knowledge, having something and not doing anything with it is not power. Okay. So applied knowledge is power. So when you apply things and when you keep doing things, when you apply what you really know in your actions, that's when it gets converted in power. Okay, so the number one thing that you already have, which is your clarity. So you are already clear about what you really want in life. So number one is clarity. Number two is planning. Plan the things that you really would require to do things to get more closer to what you really want. So number two is planning. How you want to plan your thing, design your desire. It's really important. Design your desire. If you will not design it, it's not going to work. Okay, it's not going to work. It will remain here, but it will not become your reality. So design your desire, plan it, right? So number two is planning. And the number three and most important thing is take actions, my friends. Take actions. If you'll not take actions towards moving your towards moving closer to your dream, it's not going to work. So you have to keep taking actions. Okay, so number 3 and the most important thing is taking actions towards what you really want. Oh, okay, whoopsie. All right. Hi Pranav, I can see you're watching this video. Hi. Yes, so I'll repeat the things again. So number 1 is be really clear about what you really want out of your life. Number 2 is plan it, plan things. Okay, and number 3 is start taking actions towards it. As I always say, imperfect actions are perfectly perfect. So being imperfect is absolutely perfect. Keep taking those imperfect actions with the learnings, and then that's how you move forward. All right. So these are the 3 most important things that you need to do in order to move forward, in order to achieve anything and everything that you want. Now, my friends, the important thing to discuss out here is we have different dreams and different goals for different areas of our life. So what I mean by that is we basically have different areas of life, like we have relationships, we have career, we have finances, we have our spirituality, we have our mental attitude, and we have our health. So these are basically the 6 different areas of life, and we would always have different goals for different areas of life. Right? So you might have some different health goals, you might have some different financial goals, you might have some different career goals, you might have some different relationship goals, you might have some different spiritual goals, you might have some attitude goals, right? How you want to improve yourself is what comes under your mental attitude, your personal development, your self-education. All these things comes under the mental attitude area of our life. Okay, so we might have different goals and different dreams or different desires for our different areas of life. Now, it's important, my friends, to pay close attention to all the areas of life. Okay, where you would need the improvement, or where would you really need to put your focus, where would you like to improve, or where would you like to have more of things. So you have to put close attention to it. Okay, so different areas, different goals, clarity for different goals, right, for different areas. So you would need the clarity, you would need the planning, and you would need to take different actions each day, my friends, each day for these different areas of life, right? I hope I'm making sense. If I am, can you please tell me if you have any doubts? Just type in, show me some love, friends. All right, if it is all if you're able to understand this, just let me know. Just put a thumbs up there so that I can know it's all good. So for different areas of life, different goals, right? For all those different goals, that's why I always say it's important to have a pen and a paper. It's important to have a pen and a paper so that you can write down all your goals for all the different areas of life, right? It isn't complicated, it isn't difficult, it isn't hard. It's fun because you plan your life, and planning our life is a fun thing, right? Only when you take it as fun. Okay, now the golden rule, my friends, I'm going to share the golden rules for having anything and everything in life. Tell me if you really want to know it. Okay, just show me some love, just give me some thumbs up, show me some love. Okay, if you really want to know this. The golden rule, my friends, for having anything and everything in life is, no matter what happens in life, I will stay happy. I'll say that again. It's a golden rule. Make a note of it. No matter what happens in life, I will remain happy. I will always be happy. So when you are happy, everything follows through. Everything follows through. When we are happy, we attract more reasons to be happy about. Okay, so it's a two-part thing. Number 1 is, I highly recommend you guys this. I'm not sure if you can see this, but it is the book called The Secret. Okay, I first read this book back in 2009, and it was that was I actually borrowed it from one of my friends, and I read that book back in 2009, and this book has changed my life. Really, it gave me a complete new perspective to the way I think, to the way I want to have the life of my dreams or whatever. And yes, indeed, it has helped me. It has certainly helped me move forward. So I highly recommend. This is the first step that you need to do. Read this book. Read this book. This is The Secret. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. You have to go and get it. If you can't get it, just go to any library. You'll find this one. But it is a must. You can get it on any of the online stores. Buy this book. Read this book. Okay, it is available in different languages as well, I think. So yeah, read this book. This is I have actually got it in hardcover. I've got it in hardcover. So yeah, this is my Bible. So it's important. It's important. It'll give you a complete new perspective of life, how we think. And hi Vivek, how are you? So this is The Secret, and you must read this book. That's the step number 1, okay? However, this book is 50% of things, so this is 50%. So the half 50%, another 50% is what this book misses. This tells you everything about the thinking process, right? How you need to think, what you need to think, the way you need to think, and how your thoughts become things. If this book talks about thoughts become things. However, there is one, I think this is just 50% of the thing. The other 50% is it doesn't tell you when and how to take the action. So the other 50% is to step up and take actions. It will give you a nice idea as to how you need to think, and how in what sense you need to think. You need to you need to think about things, you need to imagine, you need to visualize how you can do all those stuff. This book is a real nice guide for that. So once you read this, the other important part of how you can start achieving things is to start taking actions. If you'll not take actions, it's not going to work. I'll share a nice example. It's my own personal example. When I was looking out for coming to Australia, now I'm a real nice. I'm just a graduate. I'm a BSc graduate, and I have done my distance MBA, which doesn't hold any value in Australia. Okay. Fortunately, I got a job. I got actually an opportunity to come to Australia back in 2001, and then I just fell in this. I just fell in love with this country. Fell in love with Sydney, and I just decided to come out here. So, in short, cutting the long story short, I knew how to apply The Secret, right? So I knew about how to think about things, to attract things to you, right? To manifest things and to do things, and how you can really be a living example of your future life. It'll guide you. It'll let you know how to do all that. Okay. So I started doing that. Okay. However, I was taking actions each day. All right. So I was actually contacting all the recruiters back, in Sydney and other parts of Australia. And I was being awake. So India is like, 5.5 hours behind Australia. So I used to be awake. I used to cover the window of 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Australian Standard Time back in India. So I used to be awake from 2:30 in the night till around 12:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1 p.m. And I used to be awake, and I constantly used to call the recruiters to have a sponsored job. And sponsored job is what my clear instruction to myself. I just wanted to have a sponsored job, and that's it. That's about it. That was the clear condition a very specific instruction that I gave to my mind, that this is what I want. And I started taking action. And I actually ended up sending more than 3,000 emails to people across Australia, recruiters and HR people across Australia, to have that. And then out of a sudden, one person really understood the burning desire of mine to come to Australia. And then he sort of, mentored me, he helped me, and then he eventually became my first mentor. I'm talking about Mr. Prabir Saha, and I love this man, and I'm saying this in front of so many audiences. I'm saying this, and I'm really, really thankful and really, really grateful to this guy. The plus which I had was the ITIL certifications that I had. So obviously there was something to back it up, but other than that, it's really the universe helps you when you have that burning desire. However, it is important. Just thinking will not let you do everything, right? You have to back it up with the actions that you need to take in regards to it. And at the same time, keep feeding with your positive thinking. Keep feeding with your, how you can be successful in your things, how you can really want to have. So to summarize everything out here, what is really important when you want to achieve everything? The golden rule is, no matter what happens in life, I will always remain happy. I will always be happy. I will enjoy the moment. I will have fun. And that's the golden rule. Okay, that's the golden rule. What comes next is, number one, you have to be clear about what you really want to have in life, in different areas of life, as I said. So what you really want to have. So clarity. The number one thing is clarity. Number two is you have to plan. You have to keep planning things, okay? Plan about different goals in different areas of life. Plan about it. And number three, and most important thing, is step up and take actions. Small actions, baby steps leads to big changes, So you have to keep taking those small steps each day for all these goals that you have. All right. Then I highly recommend this book, The Secret, Rhonda Byrne, The Secret. Start reading this book, my friends. This will certainly change your perspective towards the thinking pattern that we all have. So read this. And this is just 50% of it. The other 50% is start taking actions towards what you really desire for. There's a lot of it. There's a lot to it. But yeah, in short, keep doing that. All right. With that, I leave you all, and take great care of yourself, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow. I hope this has added value. If it has, please share some love, like it, share it if you want. If you feel that it's going to help other people, please do share this. Feel free to share it with all your tribe, all your people. And I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying live with me at this time. I'm so grateful to you. And thank you so much. Take great care of yourself. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye. Have a good night. Night from Sydney. Bye.